Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Mike's Custom Works. I know, something different. Versus growing and doing the diet, we actually have a car video for everybody today. So I got my 2019 Chevrolet Legacy 1500 Silverado 4-wheel drive with the modern LS motor in it. Well, it's time of the month and it needs an oil change. So we got it all ready, all prepped up, we got everything that we need. And the best thing to always have is a logbook. My logbook, not only does it keep when the last time I did my oil change, but also what I use. The oil and the filters. In case your life is really busy, sometimes you just gotta remember the little small things in life. So let's jump down. So we got it up on the wheel ramps. And we're gonna grab my creeper over here from PT Performance Tools. I like it because it's got a little headrest on it. And I can creep under my truck. Maybe. Somewhere over the rainbow, there's a rod I can pull. So we're gonna just do that. And actually, a lot of times I don't use the creeper on this truck because this truck is low. That's why it's sitting on wheel ramps. So we're gonna get rid of the roller. We're just gonna roll across the driveway. I'm gonna get under here. Oh hell. Okay. So now that we're doing this body style, truck is in park and also the parking brake is applied. Nothing else is open. Do not open anything else. I'm meaning like the oil cap, because that's what a lot of people do, and then they're like, oh my god, I'm covered in oil. Because you're an idiot. That's why. So get under this little monster here, and there's also a good time while you're under your truck to actually realize what's going on under below or down below. So the way is going under below, and hasn't ran in a while, which is why I can grab onto that. But I got my oil filter here, my drain plug here. Fucking awesome. Chevy was smart when they did this. They did it the same way that they did on the 80s fucking Chevys. Versus other cars where it's like fucking hidden under the cross member and you just freaking getting aggravated. So I'm at a weird angle trying to see the camera angle and my head's in the way. I know, this is horrible. Mike can't shoot videos. I know, I really can't. I just do shit and then I shoot it anyway. So we're gonna grab this drain plug first. We got our big container over here. It's an 8-quart truck. It's like 8 to 9 quarts if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that ballpark figure. And that fitting doesn't work. I have it written down, but I can't find it conveniently. Well, that might be it. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's the right one. It's a 15 millimeter socket head. Holy mother of God. It's a 15 millimeter socket head, so we're going to just come in here nice and carefully. So being my driveway is pitched like this, I put it up on the ramps that pitches like this. It allows all the oil to go back to the drain plug. It's one thing you guys want to do, anything that you're doing oil related on a vehicle, no matter what you're running, find out where the bottom of your pan is. That's where you got to pitch your vehicle to get all the oil out. Don't pitch it down or don't do it level. This is the right way to do it. Trust me. So as you can see, it's starting to leak out. So what I'm going to do is carefully unscrew it, putting a little pressure on it because this is about to flow out pretty hard and hot and heavy. And it's not hot, but it's a little warm. Once I get to the point where it's about to get wiggly, we're going to pull our hand out of here really quick. Woo! Look at that. A little blacker than I wanted. It went about 1,000 miles past what I wanted. Now this truck, you can change the oil at 6,000 miles, but we're at about 4,000 right now in a truck that's 40 some odd thousand miles on it. And I have had absolutely zero injector issues that everybody else has, because it is the V8, the V4 model with the engine detonation. So we're just going to run that like that. And just keep an eye on the pail, make sure it doesn't overflow before we touch the oil filter. Now the biggest thing a lot of people make mistakes on when they're doing an oil change is constantly going from one item to the other. I like to wait until the engine oil is this, I'm going to crawl out from under it, jump up on the side. I'm going to open the cap. When I open the cap, it's a pressure relief situation. The pressure that's, as the oil releases, goes down. There's air pressure inside. As I'm watching the oil get closer to my head. There's a pressure release. So as it's releasing, if I open the cap, it's going to flow a lot faster and quicker. So we got down to about there. Woo! Almost got myself covered in oil. I would have been bad already. Let's go open that cap. I'm going to leave you guys down below. Let's see if there's a little bit of a difference. Does not hurt to open it because you're going to have to open it anyway. But now I got to pull myself out from under this motherfucker. Hold on. Oh, I'm getting old for this shit. Cap is now released and out of the truck. Oh. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. I crawl back under the damn truck. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Alright. So now we have a nice slow drip going. And you can let that run as long as you want. You can cut it off now, but you're not going to get all of it. You're never going to get all the engine oil, but you're going to get more of it if you do it the right way from the get-go. Couple things you're going to need is you're going to need a can of brake clean. And depending on the year of the vehicle, you might need a can of Croy oil. Now, I don't like PB Blaster, and I don't like, WD-40, so I like Croy oil the best. So what we're going to do now, we're going to let that drip for just a little bit. Now, while we're under this truck, we can look at other stuff. We can see the rust that's kind of slowly starting to creep in on here. A little bit of there. Now we could spray this all with Croy oil because Croy oil is deep penetrating oil and it stays. So if I want to go down here and go to this guy here and I could just find my nozzle. Now, I know that's probably more than what, obviously, I mean, that's a hell of a lot more than any mechanic would do. But honestly, that's the best thing that you're going to want to do for vehicle maintenance. Now, why for the brake clean? I'm going to show you that really quickly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our drain plug that we took out. We kept it out of the dirt. We kept it out of the pan, so there's no dirt, no grime, no sand, no dirt, no nothing in it. Now you're going to take it and you're going to stick it right back in the hole, and you thread it in by hand. You're going to thread it in by hand until it's tight. So now it's tight. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to grab it with my socket. And it's snug. Now that it's nice and snug, I'm going to take our brake cleaner. I'm going to spray that area. Now, I'm going to wipe it down. Whew, it smells strong. Like such. I'm going to go grab the filter. It's full loaded with oil in it. So I'm grabbing my filter now. Gonna grab one more thing and I'll be right there with you guys. Alright, so I got the engine oil, I got the new oil filter, and in the process, I don't know if you guys caught that, but I got sprayed in the face with brake cleaner, and my eyes were burning. Jumped out from under the truck. I always have water bottles inside my garage. Kept my eyes wide open, washed my eyes out, wiped them down really hard, hit them again, and I'm good and I'm clean. So, always watch yourself. If you have eye protection, definitely the best thing to do. I hit the wrong side of it, and I got sprayed in the face. But hey, you know what it is? It comes with the territory. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we got to grab that oil filter. And I just fucked myself because I was up top and I fucking forgot to grab it. But let's see if I can grab it by hand. Normally, an engine oil filter you want tightened by hand. So let's see if we can grab it by hand and loosen it. Nope. I know I kind of cranked it a little bit. We're going to grab a rag, put a rag on it. Nope. So we're gonna have to actually grab the rag, oh Jesus, how the loop guy, I forgot it completely. I was worried about losing my eyesight. Alright. Woo! Alright, now that we're back under the truck, let's grab that engine oil filter and let's remove this bitch from out from under here. Now these oil filters are good for over 6,000 miles, but because I like to do 3,000 miles when I count my vehicles and this is too small, what the flying fucking turkey. I thought I grabbed the small one. What the fuck? Oh, because I'm hitting it from the wrong side. Dumbass. Or maybe not. It's this way. I know it's this way. What's wrong with this motherfucker? It's gotta be this fucking one. That's why I had that one off to the side, because I think the fucking spring finally broke on it. I gotta check out what happened with that one. I know that one I was having issues with the other day, so I think it finally actually bit the dust. So we're gonna go up here and grab it with the pliers. So the pliers that I have, they're for oil filters as well. It's got teeth on it, and it's very adjustable from gasoline to diesel. That's why I have it, because I have gasoline and diesel, and it grabs these bitches like there's no tomorrow. That one I know I've been having issues with, and the last time I used it I felt like it was really loose. Look at that, just from the oil filter alone. So because of the engine oil and the oil filter are all going to be used for making black diesel, the oil filter can actually go right into the pan. Just carefully move it, and I stick it right in. There's no splashing at all. Move my hand, grab my rag and wipe myself down. Or let that drain like such. Now the oil filter's already got oil inside of it, and it's been pre-lubed on the gasket. Another thing you always want to check out, even though I already did it, was you always want to make sure that the previous oil filter still has its gasket on it. I just checked it now, and it still has its original oil gasket on it, which is good. That means it's not attached to the bottom of your engine. If it's attached to the bottom of your engine, when you're going to put on the new one, it's going to seal on there, but it's not going to seal properly. And eventually your vehicle's going to leak oil. You're not really going to know about it because it's going to be so small and so minor until the day that your engine finally explodes and you realize it's too late. So always make sure that you have the gasket. Now I could just jump in here now. I'm going to slip it on here because I don't have to wait that much longer. It's fine. I can just cut right through, cut the chase out. I'm just going to screw this motherfucker right on here, just like such. Alright, that's good. I'm going to wipe my hands down. I'm going to go back to my handy dandy master wrench. And we're not doing it super tight, we're just getting it on there. But we want it tight, but not to the point where you got to use your muscle. You're just basically just moving it. And it's snug. Perfect. Great. That is done. That is awesome. We're going to go in here with brake cleaner and not get in my face again. And like I said, brake cleaner is mainly just because it dries and evaporates so nice and quickly. You just get in there and make sure nothing's leaking. That's the biggest thing for brake cleaner when you're doing an oil change. You spray it on the components that you're changing out. The reason why is you don't want to see oil leaks. If you have an oil leak, holy shit, that's a low plane. That's a military bomber going by. Anyway, a military bomber going by, that's alright, they're allowed to fly by. Heading over to the airport to refuel coming out of the Air Force Base. It's not far from where I live. So anyway, the reason why, I know I keep saying it over and over again, but it's honestly the real reason why is if there's a leak, I know where it's coming from. With the brake cleaner, it keeps everything nice and dry. So we're good. Now we go up the top side. It's 18 minutes in. Took a little longer if I didn't spray some brake cleaner in my face, but hey, you know, that's what it is. It's alright. So we're going to get rid of all our bottles, all our containers. We're going to put everything on the other side. We're going to take our fucking hot mess over here and we're going to shove it that way. I'm going to grab you guys and we're going to crawl out from under this truck. Oh. And get caught on everything in the process. Mosey over there. Alright. Always remember to take your tools and all your stuff and move them to the side. You don't want to run them over when you're done or if anything moves. So always move shit off to the side. We got one of our wheel steps that are attached to this truck just because it is sitting up higher, and I got my milk crate that's sitting over there. Take our oil, our dirty oil, and we're just going to slide it out of here carefully. All of this gets filtered and rendered down and turned into black diesel. Now we go to the next step. So now, because it was a clean oil removal, the next step's going to be really nice and easy, because as we start adding oil to the truck, we're going to know if it's leaking or not. But the first thing, before we even do that, we actually have to make sure that our funnel is clean. So as we step up onto the truck, and I'm going to find a sweet spot for the sticky guys. With a new phone, it's a little hard to try to find a hole. There we go. So the funnel I'm using, I like to spray the insides with WD-40. It's a nice oil base and it keeps all the dirt and grease and grime out, spider webs and bugs and sawdust. And then I go in there and I wipe it out. Alright, our funnel's nice and clean. So now that our funnel's clean, we're going to find a spot that this funnel's going to like. So we're going to try to cram it right here, which is great. We're going to start off with the first additive that I always put in all my engines. So the first additive that I like to start off with is from Banks Leaks High Mileage Engine Repair. Performance restores, increases compression and horsepower, aids and stops leaks, noise, and smoking. Now this truck only has 40,000 miles on it, but you know what? Sometimes it doesn't hurt to start early. It's a two-process product, so that means you got to pop both of the aluminum compartments together. They mix together at the end. I don't know why they do that. I think they just like to be fancy. And we just stick that right there and let that drain out. When that's completely done, we switch over to the engine oil. And while you guys are watching that, I'm going to go use the restroom. Okay, now that I'm back for the rest of this fun of this installment, and obviously you guys fell over, because God forbid the phone doesn't do that. Let's see if we can try to get you guys to stay for the rest of this video. Stay. I know, it's great, man. I'm a one-man camera crew. It's horrible. That's probably good enough. So now that this is all done, we're going to take this, I'm going to throw it to the side. Next thing we're going to start doing is pouring in our engine oil, which we are using Pennzoil Platinum Fully Synthetic 0W20. And don't get it everywhere. I like to take the next one and shake it up, open the cap, and get ready for the next one. Alright. Take the cap, put it on. Remember, we're saving the leftover oil. Now, of course, there's more oil left inside this container that we are not using. So that then goes over for making our black diesel. Every little drop of oil counts, so don't lose it. And don't get rid of it. Every little drop counts. Alright. Grab our next boy and stick them in there. It's kind of like when you drink a beer, you always want to keep count. So the same thing with your oil. Now I already put the amount of oil that I need for this truck already on top of the truck, but if you're not doing it this way, then you probably really should. Alright. Grab our next one.
I can't get the roots out, but I did find somebody's remote.
Okay, can you slide those three over?
Yeah, I ain't getting those things out.
Those three yellow containers, just slide them over to here. Take the next one.
Figured I'd give it a try.
Take that one. Thank you.
Alright. Oh, that's where the remote went. Something must have not liked what was on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, those roots are too deep inside. They ain't going anywhere.
Alright.
I figured I'd give it a try, but hang this back up the light cord, you've got them hanging back there. If they don't hit the house tile, they, that's not.
Right. Alright, our last one. It's 8 quarts of oil and 1 quart of engine repair. And that was a messy one taking it off. I'm going to wipe my truck down. I squeezed it a little too hard. Now we're going to come in here, we're going to get rid of the funnel. We're going to pull out our dipstick. Now remember, we're at an angle too, so the reading may not be right. So I pull out my dipstick, and my dipstick is nice and clean. Slide it right back in. Now don't forget, at this major step, you got to put your cap back on. Okay, now it's back on my engine. I'm going to get rid of my gloves. I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to show you guys the next step. And after this, if you want to replace the air filter, that's all on you. That's on that side. It's a pain in the ass, but it is definitely doable, and it's something you really should do. But our cap is back on. Oil's on. We got to wipe down some of this little bit of mess that I left. But now we're going to jump into the cab of this truck. And yes, it is a work truck. And it's a farm truck, so don't get all upset. So now that we're back inside the cab, we're going to go to pre-ignition. So it tells you the hood is open. So you're just going to hit the little check mark, dismiss it. Now I put fuel in it this morning, so I forgot to reset it, so I'm just going to hit the right arrow. I'm going to hit the check mark to reset. My phone just got connected to it. And there's my engine oil life. It's at 46%. I'm going to hit the right. I'm going to hit reset. Are you sure? Yes. So what that's doing right there is it's telling the computer in the truck that we just changed the oil. So the oil has just been changed, obviously. And we can look at our tire pressure, engine hours, transmission fluid temp. See, now it shows the angle of the truck. It does show that it is up at a 6-degree angle. And we're going to go back up to what I like to keep it at, which is the fuel trip economy, which is there for trip B. Other than that, guys, that is it for today's video of Mike over here at Mike's Custom Works doing a Chevrolet 2019 Legacy oil change on a 5.3 liter. Yeah, it is 5.3 liter V8. It's the LT. It's the upgraded LS motor on it. It's a beautiful truck. I love it. It's fast. It's fun. It's got amazing four-wheel drive on it. I love the truck, and it's my first red truck, and I do love the color accents on it. So I hope you guys do like this video. Finally, Mike's doing some car-related crap instead of growing and talking about weight loss. But honestly, guys, love the channel. Love everything I'm doing. If you guys want other stuff mentioned or other things that you want to find out or know that I may know that I don't post, please comment below, because I might be able to help you. So we're all out here to help each other. So everybody out there, have a great fucking Saturday and drink some beer. It's Labor Day weekend. Don't be out here just hanging out doing nothing. Go out there and work on your cars, grow some plants, make some food, cut your lawn. I don't know. My neighbor's out there weed whacking the whole time. I don't know what he's doing. No, it's not a weed whacker, it's a leaf blower. He's out there blowing the whole morning. So anyway, guys, later.